You're live.
I'm live! Woohoo! Hey guys! Happy Friday! At least I think it's Friday because I'm a bit confused with all the flying through the time zones and the whatnot. I'm coming home to something new in my house. Jasper, you want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? Come on up here. You ready? Oh, hello, Bobby. Say hello to all the people. No, not on my ear, though. Hi, everyone. This is Jasper. He is staying with us for, well, he was being here for 2 weeks. But he's leaving tomorrow, I think. Oh, you are. Oh, thanks for licking and cleaning my ears. Thank you so much. So far, though, I don't think he really enjoys being in the craft room. Oh, I've lost my mic. There we go. He's a bit big to be holding like a like a puppy. Now he wants up all the time. Pop out that chat, Craig, so I can see who's here. Yay! Watch my microphone, boy. Hey, everybody. We've got yells. Hey. And where's my... Let's get this sorted. And we've got Inez, and we've got Vay. Hi, everybody. I am just back. Well, that's not true. I've been back how many days? 3 days? I've been back on since Tuesday. But I'm still a little bit on the tired side. Especially when it gets to like 8 p.m. Then I'm like, oh, about ready to fall asleep. Hey, Randolph is on. Happy Friday. Debbie and Jean is here as well. Cool. All right, you guys. I've missed you. Have you missed me? Say yes. Go on, say yes. Oh, Debbie says, good to see you and come craft with me back. Yay. It has been a fun 2 weeks. Absolutely crazy. Yay! It's been a hard day's work. So that is Jessica. I met so many amazing people. Not only did I get to see lots of people that I had met previously, but also got to meet a whole host of new wonderful people that I'm super excited about. The other day when I got home, the next day actually, I sat and started like spamming Facebook with my photos, and then my phone died. It ran out of battery, and then I still haven't been able to do the rest of them, so I really need to do that. Yay! Okay, so guys, we're going to do some crafting tonight, but I'm pretty certain that you'll want to know what all I brought home with me from the US of A. So if you want to do that, we can do a little bit, because there's quite a lot, so it would probably be a lot to go through all of it, but maybe we could do a little bit and then get crafty with it. How does that sound? Does that sound good? Let's move this out of the way so we don't have to worry about that. Of course, I miss my family when I was away, but I miss my craft room. I didn't craft once. Oh, my thing's falling off the wall. I didn't craft once the whole time. Well, that's technically not true. I went to scrapbook.com and I recorded the video, so I was obviously crafting for that. So I'm a big fat liar. So I did craft at scrapbook.com, but it was things that I had to plan, things that I had to prepare. It wasn't just fun organic crafting. And then I went to Crystal's house in Wyoming, and it was super cold, and we didn't get to do much crafting at all because I had to create a catalogue and an order form and email all my retailers and sort out all my thumbnails and sort things out for Creativation. So I didn't get to craft there, apart from the last night when Crystal needed to do a couple of things, a couple of projects that she was doing blog posts for other companies, and I helped her do a little bit of ink blending for one of the cards she was making, which is pretty much the extent of what I did. Oh, funny. Hey Anna, hey! All right, so let's have a look at the crafty haul that happened, and I probably won't get through all of it, but at least we'll get a good start. So the first thing I wanted to mention, while Craig was getting the stream set up, I thought I would pull this out. So this marker storage unit, Corin and I went to Michael's to pick up some white paper, white cardstock, and I saw these marker storage units in Michael's. They were $5. And I thought, that looks kind of cool. It's super cheap. I wonder if that would work nicely for my markers. And markers is one of those things that I end up, like, I love a bit of marker storage, but I end up with loads and loads and loads of stuff. So I just want to see what it looks like, because if you can see at the side, it's stepped. It's like graduated. Let me turn it this way. Can you see? So we've got one row here, which is, well, actually nearly 2 rows, because this is only the corner one. So 2 rows at this level, and then it steps up, up, and up. So I thought that might actually look really pretty when it's all in place. And I was thinking and hoping that I might be able to put it on its side. So Corin and I both spied these at the same time. I think I bought everything that was there, which was maybe 4 units. And from what I think Tim did a bit of Googling on his phone, and he thinks that maybe they were in clearance. I'm not sure. But I think it's really quite pretty. There's a lot of room. There's really quite a lot of room in here with my chows. But that looks so pretty. Okay, you can't really see it. Let me see if I can do it this way, Rari, without it falling out. Can you see the way it's tiered? It slants up. I think it's so fun. So I was wondering if I would be able to put it like this on my table and put more of them together. Oh, sorry for the clankety clank. So you get a base unit like this, a top layer like this, and then you get 4 legs. Oops. 2 shorter and 2 longer. The shorter ones go at the back, obviously, and then the longer ones at the front. And the brand says Artist's Loft, so in case you're trying to locate them yourself, Artist's Loft. And I mean, it's sturdy. I mean, it's cheap plastic, but it's not. It is totally sturdy for sure. So the things that I was wondering was, like, what other stuff will it hold? It looks like a chameleon will fit in there like perfectly, even though chameleon is super long. A card stay work. Is that you, Jessica? Yes, that's Jessica Francisco. And then the Nuvo pens, unfortunately. Oh, okay, that one did. I tried it in this unit and it didn't seem to go in. So it does go in, but it's super tight. In fact, it goes into like here and these other ones, because obviously this is tapered. So it fits probably up to the V. So this bottom layer, it goes up to the V and it doesn't go all the way in. Hey, Joy. Hi, Amanda. So that's still kind of cool. I like that. That will fit. That's good. So I might be able to put them in there as well. In regards to, hello? You okay, Craigie? Mm-hmm. Okay. In regards to the Copic, what's it called? Is it called a sketch? Is this called a sketch? Yeah, the sketch markers. I have one, so let's test it. Yep, perfect. It fits and it twirls, so it'll work great for your sketches as well. So that's good to know. So let's put these to the side because I'm going to fill these up in my own time so you don't have to listen to the rattle, rattle, rattle of that. Put one over there. And let's see what else is in my stash. So many things. Okay, this might be a bit ratty because there's a couple of these in here. But I see stamps, so that's what I'm reaching for. I'm so sorry, I'm sure that's the most horrible noise you've ever heard. All right, so I've got some stamps here. Let me just show you some other things. I have stuff in here, a little bag here. And I also have things in here as well, and this is a bag that came from our friends at Simon. We went to an event called Meet Me at the Show, and there's a whole lot of things in here. Now some of this is stuff that I brought with me, but I will go through it with you anyway. Hi Amanda, hi Jessica, and Joyce here too, and Emer, hello. How much have you missed? You missed the dog. You missed the dog. Ah, I'm sure he'll be back. Okay, so exciting news before we get into all this stuff is that our newest Heffy Doodle release was announced at Creativation. Did you guys get to see any of it? And I want to know what your thoughts are. What do you like? What's your favorite thing? Are you inspired? And we also had a little freebie stamp set. Oh, that reminds me. Craig did a how to win stuff whenever you're not at the show. Oh, Jasper. Jasper, come say hello to Emer. Come on. So Craig did a Facebook Live, not Facebook Live, a thing on our Facebook group to say this. Don't lick the microphone. To say that there was a way to win some of the freebies. Oh, thank you, thank you. And even if you're not at the show. And I need to pick the winners. Hi, Emer. Hello. You are such a big sooky shook. Right, are you going into Craigie? Lie down, lie down. You can be a craft dog. Imagine, be amazing. Anyway, we also had these guys. Did you see them? And what I'll do actually is, if you, some of you guys here on the live stream, I think we're at Creativation, but if you didn't get one of these, focus.com, come on. If you didn't get one of these fun things, a Heffy Doodle pin, and you would like to win one, I will do a giveaway in the middle of the show so that you can get your hands on one of them as well. Yay! Fun stuff. Okay, remind me in about an hour to do that. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got here, and then we can maybe start playing. Okay, so a friend of mine, Tanisa, who was actually on the honeybee team with me, went way back in the day. She has started her own stamp company and it's called Trinity Stamps. I'm not sure if you are aware of that. Let me put it this way. I'm not sure if you're aware of Trinity Stamps. They're based in the US, but I think this is the first, I've seen some of her designs, but this is the first time I've actually had some of her stamps. So I'm really, really excited about playing with some of these. She also does some awesome, Jasper, don't eat the wipey, please. Thank you. This dog is not used to craft room paraphernalia. She also does some awesome sequins and embellishments like this. So these ones are called Soapy Bubbles sample, and this one's called Skip a Beat, so it has loads of hearts in it. This is really, really pretty. And then this is a Mr. Snail Man. It has this cute snail, and it says snail mail from, and then it's got a mailbox and a couple of little sentiments, sending, and then we've got hooray for, and then paper hug enclosed. Yay! So we might be playing with some of them today. Emer says, a waggly tail, love him. Oh yeah, my tea delivery has arrived. Also here we have got, this one is called, what is it called? Oh, it doesn't tell me what it's called. I need to tell her to put it on the thing. I don't know what it's called, I'm afraid. It's called I'm a Sucker for You. Craig said to make it up, so I am. And we've got happy birthday, it's your birthday, let me plant one on ya. Let love grow, or let love bloom. And then we have these like succulents. I like the fact that they've got these, are these called, like, they're like crystals, are they geodes, or is that the ones with the lines in it? Craig doesn't know, he's looking at me like, why are you asking me this question? Yeah, anyway, so these are like the succulents, because it says I'm a sucker for you. Bloom where you are planted. So that's cool, 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 cool. Oh no. What you doing, Craigie? What you doing?
Fix audio.
Audio is all weird. Okay. Next up, we have another one. And this one also, it doesn't have a name on it, but it's got this sweet, almost like a, what's it called? Watering can. A watering can thing with the flowers coming out of it. And we've got hello, missing, and thank. So hello, you, missing you, thank you. Just a little, my sweet friend, so very much you. And loads of like punctuation and things, and some sweet little leaves. Move this up here and these down here. And then we got a big one. This one's my favorite because it's got the croissant in it. And we have these more iconic, they look like little icons, is what I mean. So we've got lots of, oh, what did she call this? She called it something to do with the faces. I can't remember, I'll need to look it up. But it's very modular, so you can stamp the cup handle on either side, for example, or you can add a straw or add some ice to the cup. I think it's really fun that way. So we might get to play with some of that today. So that's my Trinity Stamps haul at the moment. And then I also met some awesome people from Tailored Expressions. So I met Taylor herself, and I also met one of the ladies there who was called Lesley. And so of course we had the hi Lesley kind of situation every time we saw each other, like screaming across the convention centre. So I got some bits and pieces from her background, and these are red rubber, so they're more like a pink rubber, actually. They're more of a pinky tone, but I love these for creating backgrounds, especially if I'm heat embossing. So this is fun, I like it. Triangle Tetris background even. And then I have a little cube black ink pad, which is really funny because we did make and takes on the Sunday at the Simon event, and we brought everything over, and then Corin said to me, oh, we forgot black ink, and I had just seen Tailored Expressions, and I was holding the packet, and they were like, we forgot black ink, and I was like, you want this one? And it was just like it was meant to be. And then some other Tailored Expressions ones. This is called Backstory, which is like, I think probably their background stamps. And we have this gorgeous hand-lettered writing, but lots of Easter eggs, Easter words. So we have bunny, Easter, egg hunt, hello. But it just creates this gorgeous, let me see, there we go. This gorgeous background. And I think the pink really does it justice. I think it really is beautiful, and I can't wait to use that with my with the Honey Bunny Boo stamps. Won't that be fun? I'm sure all the bunny crowd that's on here will enjoy that too. And then this one's called Sweet Sprinkles Background, and I think that looks really like totally edible as well. But can you imagine that on a card with like a cupcake? Or maybe we can use the donut. Wouldn't that be fun? The donut with like the sprinkle background. Ooh, yeah. Who else is here? Candy's here. Oh, from freezing Iowa. That just makes me want to take a big sip of my tea. Dawn's there from Scotland. Hi, Dawn. Which part of Scotland? Linda says hi from the Netherlands. Hello. Vanessa's here. And Aunt Max says, you got to know about, hey Aunt Max, we missed you. I spoke to loads of people and we were talking about you and were like, I wish Aunt Max was here. Ray says, I bet those would work good at my cookbooks. Yeah, these ones I think would be awesome in the cookbooks. I like this. Hello Joe. It's got a little name tag on it. Can you see? How funny is it? These are awesome. Hi Snow. In lots of pain, but not sure how long I'll stay. Oh, yay. I am happy to see you, darling. I'm sorry that it's a pain day. All right. So let me go through the other little bag, and then we'll do some crafting, I think, because I'm sure you're eager to get going. Plus, I need to put some of this stuff away. Oh, this was fun. I bought this in Target, which is how all the posh people say Target. I thought it looked cute and it might be sweet for photographs, and I'm pretty sure it was like $1. So big spender. Yay! It's sweet, huh? I was thinking it might also be good for photographing sequins. I looked for like so long to find something, a little dish, so that I could photograph sequins for the kit, and it's just crazy that like weeks and weeks and weeks I couldn't find anything, and then I saw this. I was like, oh, that'd be perfect. So this I think belonged to Angelica. And she had to leave early, so I managed to swipe that. I'm not sure, she might want that one back. I might have to post it to her. I imagine that the Gina K re-inker also belongs to her. Jessica says, that was an adventurous trip to Target. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I was like, right guys, here's my list, go. It was awesome. Okay, so I've got some of my distress inks and distress oxides here as well from when I went to scrapbook.com. So let me just put these back on the shelf. Otherwise, I'll be like, oh, I know what color I want, and then I'll be able to get it. So wow embossing powder, you guys may have seen me use some of their stuff before. Look, I cracked my nail. And we did a collaboration with them, and they very kindly let us use a heat tool at our booth. And the they also give us a selection of some embossing powders. And after the show was done, they were like, oh, you can keep them. And I was like, darn it, it's the wrong electrical outlet for me. So I was like, I'm going to keep the embossing powders. So this is metallic silver superfine. Now, I don't have many wow. The only wow ones that I have are the red, yellow, the one that's like a matte color, and the black one that I used in one of my videos here. So I already had a silver, so I thought I don't really need another one, but I always love testing things out. So here we go, we've got silver superfine, so we'll play with that. Joe says, when can we get your new stamps? So the new stamps will be available on the shop to pre-order from the 1st of February. And the reason it's the 1st of February is that last year when I came home from Creativation, I had such a bad flu and I almost killed myself just working far too much and not getting any rest at all. So I thought to myself that instead of opening pre-order straight away, I would give myself a break just in case I needed it for the in case I got ill. So I also need to give enough time for my retailers to receive the stuff before I release. So long story short, release day is the 11th. And that's when, the 11th of February, and that's when you're going to be able to buy them from our retail partners like scrapbook.com, Simon Says Stamp, Ellen, etc. But for our retail partners who support pre-ordering, then they are permitted to allow customers to pre-order things from the 1st of the month. And likewise on heffydoodle.com, our shop, it will be the 1st of the month. Now, as always, in case maybe you don't know this, but what we always do is when we have a release, we also have a small coordinating stamp set, which is an exclusive. And the last time we did it, the last release, we had this little guy, Dinky Dinos. So this was only available through, basically free, whenever you place an order at heffydoodle.com. So during our pre-order window, you get this free with every order. And once it comes to the 11th, which is our release day, then there's a minimum spend in order to get this included in your package. Once that promotion is over, you cannot get it at all until our next release, when it gets added to the catalogue and our retail partners can buy it. So what that means is that our retail partners can now buy this one, and you'll be able to buy it from Simon and Ellen and all those other good places from the 11th of February. But we have another exclusive for this release, and I don't think I've got it here, but let me see if I do. It might be in here. I don't think I do. But it's called Rescue Dogs. And that probably gives you an idea of what it's like. And if you've seen pictures on our booth, we had some of the cardboard cutouts of the little rescue dogs. There's 2 dogs. There's a dog bowl, a tennis ball, and then I think it says thanks for coming to my rescue or something like that. So that's Rescue Dogs. We had a lot of comments about the rescue dogs at Creativation. Let me get some of these away. All right, I brought home some Scotch tape, not that exciting. And also, Kelly forgot to lift her Nouveau drops from the booth. So I came home with extra Nouveau drops. I think I actually have all of these, so I will have to probably post them over to her as well. put these to the side because they don't belong to me. But I also got some goodies from Nouveau, my friends at Nouveau. And these are called Dream Drops. So I'm just gonna go right ahead and open these up because I don't know what they are. I went to go and see my friends over at Tonic, and they were like, "Oh, we went over to your booth and you weren't there." And I was like, "Well, I come over to your booth and you weren't there." And he said, "I left you a few things to try." So I have no idea what they are. I'm pretty certain they're a bit like a Nouveau drop, but they have a pearlescent sheen, perhaps. Let's see. Dream Drops. Add dimensional iridescent detail to craft projects. Oh, I'm covered in ink. Ooh, nice. Gotta try them out. Will it be the same for the other retailers as well? Scrapbook.com. Yep. Oh, wait. It depends what your question is. The 11th, pre-orders the 1st. Release as in shipping to customers from the 11th. But only heffydoodle.com will have rescue dogs. Does that answer your question? If not, please ask again because I want to make sure that I give a clear answer to your question. But I need to know exactly what your question is. Aunt Max says, I got the new high heels and Cloud9. I don't know what they are. You'll need to tell me what they are. They sound awesome. Debbie says, oh, this was mine from previously as well. I used this on one of my cards at scrapbook.com. And this is for Snow. I'm not sure if Snow is still on the stream or not, but this is for Snow. Lawn Fawn 2019, baby. I managed to grab one for her. Debbie says, will you be doing a kit with this release? I will not. I have not had any, with Creativation and all the planning that goes with it, I have not had any time to put together a kit. I think that we may put together a kit in between our releases, but at the moment that's just a theory. I honestly don't know for sure. It's really hard to pick papers for a kit because every single kit I've made, which has been like 2, 3 or something, it can take me a week to find the paper. Like every single time there's been issues with the paper, and I'll have to start with my paper and then try to work around it. So I'm looking for a better solution, but we'll try and figure that out. Put that over here. But I can tell you there will not be a kit released in February, basically. Emer says, I think it was Crafty, not Shifty, had come back early with Leslie's Robodog stamp and she did a card with it. Loved it. Remind me of Doctor Who's. Yeah, I think it is K9 because a couple of people messaged me and was like, reminds me of K9. I also got these, which I think are from Crafter's Companion, which are the red tape. I don't really have much red tape, so I was like, I'm going to take these and try them out. Come on in then. Need to get your bed in here, dude. Yeah, I only saw the one. I haven't even made anything with the bleep bloop because it's just been so busy. But we'll get there. We'll get there. And I will be doing some more live streams with the new release because I need to showcase it and I need to play with it. Jasper, get away from that, please. Thank you. So, guys, here's some things to get the creative juices flowing. Have we got any ideas? There's more stuff down there, but I think we need to focus on what we have here. I'm gonna put these over here. He's not happy that we spoke of other DOGs. Yeah, I think you're maybe right. He was outside. Every time I turn around, he's chewing something. I'm like, what are you chewing? Is it a card? Okay, so I'm thinking I want to play with this, and I want to play with the donut. That's what I am thinking so far. So let's put these in here for now. And maybe we could use these on our donuts. Wouldn't that be fun? Maybe some pearlescent glaze, this one especially, perhaps. Let's see. What is it, buddy? So Piper's been very, very depressed because Jasper was supposed to go home today. I think his owner flew back today. So we were expecting her to come today and take him away. So she's been a little bit on tender hooks. And I had to go out and get some more hooks on my grid for my grid wall to hang on my product. And she was like, Mom, I just want to go home. Do you want to go into Craig? Do you want to go into Craig? This is why you're not a good craft dog. You have to stay in the craft room if you're a craft dog. Sorry, guys. Okay. So someone says you can paint with the dream drops. Oh, I love how they're different colors on black cardstock versus white card. I didn't know that either. They were my absolutely favorite thing to show people when I was doing demos. Okay, so not only are they pearlescent and iridescent, it sounds like they have transference in them as well. So what that means is that it's got a doodle on the bottom. What that means is that it actually reacts to dark colored cardstock. Jasper, you're nothing but a lightweight. Exactly. So I think we might need to use that to our advantage. And you said that we can paint with them. So I'm thinking out loud, guys. Let's do a heat embossed background with this. And I wonder if we'll be able to like water these down and paint with them over the top. It's a crazy idea. I know it is. Let's try it. So the question is, do we do it on black or cardstock? I mean, what's the word? Craft or white. Here is a little piece of black cardstock. I think that'll work just fine. Jessica says, oh, I can't wait to see how it turns out. Me neither. All right, let's get this on the go. I'm gonna grab my messy mat for this. This is another tonic thing, and I love it. I think it's amazing. I was using a little mat at scrapbook.com, and we tried to stick it down to a silicone thing, and it just kept moving all the time. Like, I want my white mat. Amanda says red tape is fantastic for acetate. Good to know. Good to know indeed. Oh, my little craft room, I've missed you so. Missed you so much. It has been such a long time since red rubber has graced my presence. I mean, I've got some on my walls and everything up there, but yeah, it has been a long time. Hi, Elena. Is it the tonic matte that the Distress Oxide doesn't spit on when you spray it? So it is a tonic matte. As for whether the Distress Oxide spits or not when you spray it with water, I am not familiar. I don't know. Is that a selling point? because it very well could be indeed. Okay, so I've prepped my black card. It's actually a very lightweight card. It's more of a thick paper, but I think it should work. Hopefully it's not going to buckle too much when I paint on it. I've covered this with my anti-static bag, and then I'm going to carefully plop this on top. Technical term, plop. And then I'm going to take a piece of cardstock, one that I wasted today, or not wasted, but it was scratch card, scrap card, and pop that on top. And I'm going to use a brayer to roll this on here. And that will help me get a nice even coverage, at least I hope so. I think I just moved it, I hope I didn't. And just use your hand as well. Oh, look at that tiny brayer. I know, this is the baby one. I've got a mama one as well, but it's at the bottom of the cupboard somewhere. Bottom of the drawer, I mean. It's like the cutest brayer known to man. Splits, not spits. Oh, I saw another crafter go on about how some mat, and I wonder if it was not to happen, haven't got oxides. I don't know, let's try it out, guys. We'll do it after I figure this out. Ooh, can you see it? It's so pretty. And we can use this. It's a Halloween disco for the kids at school. And I'm just going to use clear embossing powder for this. It's so exciting playing with new craft products. I was having a bit of a moan, only a light-hearted moan at Creativation, because when you own a stamp company, no one gives you free things. I think maybe they assume that you don't want to like advertise other stamp companies or something, and I'm like, no, I do. I want to play. Angelica. Is this yours, Angelica? I'll need to post it to you if it is. That is my question for you. On my white mat, the oxides do split into small pools. On my glass mat, it stays together. Ooh, okay, interesting, interesting. I guess I've not tested it. I don't think I've sprayed my oxide that much. I'm going to put you guys on mute for a little minute. All right. That looks really pretty. I'm so happy with that so far. Hopefully I don't mess everything up now. Yes, hello love. Yes, you keep it though. Oh, thank you so much. I've not tried it, so I'm excited to try it. Thank you. Okay, so this is beautiful. I think the detail is great. The impression is wonderful. Very nice indeed. Let's see what colors we've got here. Oh, not that one. And then we will see if we can... Well, where did that little thing go to? What did I do with it? Lost it already. Wonderful. Here it is. Might as well use this now. Some water in that. Right, I'm going to test out this black. I mean, these, I've got a scratch piece of black here. Okay, so this one is called Dream Drops Cloud 9. Oh, is that what you were talking about? And Max. Fair, so I'm just going to smoosh it. Ooh, Cloud 9, okay. Fairy Wings. Okay, Fairy Wings. Lorraine's here too. Hey, missed you. I need a card. I'm not well at all. Oh, darling, I'll send you a card. Okay, this one is called Indigo Eclipse. Nice, nice. Okay, so it's hard to see the differences on the camera. I've looked at my screen and it's hard to see the differences up there. This one is called Dragon Scales. Ooh, I like that. You know, I like my funny names. Somebody said Love Potion and Gold Lux are my faves. So this one is Gold Lux. Oh, okay. So it's funny because it has quite a green sheen. Like, well, it looks similar on here, doesn't it? And then this one is called Love Potion. Nice. So Jessica's faves over here. Oh, I am so excited about this. Oh, Aunt Max was talking about the wow. Of course you were. Sorry. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so that is called Love Potion and is my favorite for sure. Let's have a close-up, shall we? So down there, they all look very different. Up here, I mean, down there, they all look quite similar, but up here, you can kind of see the subtle differences. Obviously, on white, they will look different as well. They'll have more of their true color as per the bottle, but this is the interference. This looks blue on the camera. It's definitely more indigo purple in real life, but it's pretty. There we go. I love how they change in the light, says Jessica. Oui, I do too. All right, let's go for some. We want to do some, it's like some donuts. So I'm wondering if we go for some, what was number 3? This was called Indigo Eclipse. No, actually not do that. Let's do this pink one, which is called Fairy Wings. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow in the middle, which is the gold. What is dribbling on me? Okay, because I spread it. And then we're gonna have purple at the bottom. I don't know how this is gonna work out, guys, because you know me, I like to wing it. I like to wing it, wing it. I'm going to take a super skanky brush and I don't even have any clean water. This is not too bad. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna do an ombre. I'm gonna start up top here with some fairy wings. I'm gonna put a splodgy on here. Fairy wings is what we're at. And I'm gonna mix that with some water. I don't know how it's gonna work out, guys. Actually, my paintbrush is dirty, I can tell already. Ooh! I think it's gonna work though. Okay, so I'm thinking my cardstock is a little on the light side. Can you guys see that? It's pretty. So because my cardstock is quite light, I'm not actually going to water it down too much because it's just going to soak through and not be pretty. So we've got Gold Luxe in the middle. Donuts, mama, donuts. Fun. Thanks, Aunt Max. Ooh, okay, okay. I think you guys see it better than I do because the way the light is shining on it. It's really pretty. I like my tiny heart palette, so cute. And then is this the last one? It was, wasn't it? Love Potion. It's so pink here, and then it was really purple on the black. So fun. Oh yeah. I can need some more of this. It's really shimmery. This one looks like it's begging to go on like a mother of pearl type of stamp or mermaids or something. It's really cool. Okay, I'm going to where is this? This will do. I'm gonna do a couple of dots on here. So this is a piece of craft mat. What I did actually is I took one of the, see the black cutting mats? I took a black cutting mat and I sprayed the top with some spray adhesive, and then I laid on top a big bit of this heat-proof mat, and I got it on a roll from Amazon. And so there was bits on the edges to cut away. And that's where I got this little tiny piece from. It was just some of the offcuts of that. but it's really handy if you've got something small that you need to heat emboss, or if you're working with something like shrink plastic, or for making your own enamel dots or glossy accents dots, things like that. So you just do little dots like this. And then set it to the side. And it dries. And then you can just adhere them with a little, either a glue dot or a glossy accent. So this one kind of looks like a periwinkle or something. That one had a bit of a tail on it. It looks really pretty. Move over a bit so I'm in the middle. What's this one called? Fairy wings. So when I first saw them, I was like, oh, I don't like the shape of the bottle. I know that's such a stupid thing to have an opinion about. But it actually fits really nicely between your fingers, and it's really easy to squeeze them. So I've changed my mind. I do like the bottles. And they do fit quite nice together like this. Oh, you can't see. Like this at an angle. These are so pretty. Okay, so if you're doing this, what I recommend is that you give it 2 or 3 little taps on the bottom, and that'll get rid of any little peaks that's on the top of your blobs, and make them nice and round. Let me show you. Can you see them? So this one I dragged to the side, it's a little bit less circular, but the rest of them are looking pretty nice. Like it. Okay. Put it away. Don't touch it. That's the hardest bit. And where I've gone over the edge, you can feel the, I can feel it, it's like plasticky almost, because obviously it's different than paint. Before I put my mat away, let's grab some Distress Oxide and test your theory. We'll get hopefully one that you can see nicely. So what's the idea is that if you spritz it, it doesn't split. What do you mean? Do you mean into the little bubbles? I'm not sure I know what you mean. Interesting. I'm not sure what you mean by the splitting, and if this did indeed split, or what your thoughts were on that. It certainly created the little bubbles, but it didn't, like when people say split, I think of like cream and things, where it starts to separate and like separate into the different parts that make up the ink. Does that make sense? It doesn't seem to do that. Emer's going, bye! And just said, if I'm going to ink Amish paper, I use the white mat because it splits and give more texture on the paper. Oh, you mean like ink squish? Probably squish. It's probably autocorrect at its finest. Ink smush, yeah. Okay, this has dried pretty quickly, and you can still see the confetti on it, which is nice. It has a little bit of a strange texture, almost tacky, probably due to drying, but we shall continue on and see what we can do here. I actually have another piece which is cut to the same size. Oh no, it's not, it's actually bigger. Never mind, scratch that. Okay, let's do some donuts. And before I do that, I want to see about a sentiment so I can figure out what they want to do. Where's Mr. Snail? Oh, he's right here. Snail mail, paper hug enclosed, sending from... I think I just want to use the donuts, to be honest. That might be cute. Came in late. What's the shiny glittery paper? You'll never believe it. So great. I got some of these dream drops at Creativation, and Jessica, a Card Day's Work, mentioned that you can use them to paint. So I thought, well, I gotta try this. And they're also interference, which means that they turn up a different color whenever you use them on black. So that's what I did. I used them as paint on black. And I did 3 colors together. First of all, I heat embossed a gorgeous confetti stamp, like a sprinkles stamp from Tailored Expressions. And now I'm going to, so that's what it looks like. It looks really pretty. I'm going to stamp. Oh, look, this one's called Coffee with Character. There you go. Coffee with Character. That makes sense. I knew it was something to do with the little faces. Oh, I might actually use Claire. I was going to use my Misty and then I changed my mind. I thought an acrylic block would work better. Seeing as we have sprinkles on our background, I think we need to channel the donut. Does the donut need a bow tie? Wish that set had a Hello Joe. This does have a Hello Joe. This one has a Hello Joe. I'll show you. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Let me show you. It says, hello, my name is Joe, I think. See? Hello, Joe. Ta-da! Nice. Does it need a bow tie? Oh, because of this one? I don't really know why that is. Why does a donut need a bow tie? I just don't get it, guys. Gonna probably hit this with a heat tool first of all to make sure it's dry. All right. So I've got YR00. For a light color. And then a really dry E33 that I'm probably not going to use again. I bought all my refills and I just haven't had the time to refill them. But now Creativation's out of the way. It's such a lie because now Creativation's out of the way, I've got a new release that I need to organise and pack. My stencils just arrived today. Do you guys see any of the stencils in the Creativation videos? I'm so excited about them. There was a lot of buzz about the Love Circuit stencil and the Cityscape stencil. There was a lot of buzz about that one. And when we got our samples, I only got so many, unfortunately. So I said to the design team, hey guys, I'm just gonna split these up. And I just sent them out randomly. And then loads of them have been asking me, please, can I have the Cityscape? Yes, you'll get the Cityscape. You're just gonna have to wait until they arrive. So they arrived today, so that's good. Not that I have opened the box, because my silly manufacturer put them into massive boxes. And of course I can't lift them at all. I'm surprised that the courier could actually lift them. I didn't think that he would be able to do that at all. E31, should we try you? No. Okay, let's get my tonics. Brown sugar, baby. So apparently a donut should have a white or a light ring in the middle. The perfect donut. So on the side of it here, there should be a little white line, because you cook one side of it like this, and then you cook the other side like that, and there's a little gap in the middle. Where it doesn't get touched. This is exciting. Oh, by the way, guys, if any of you do go and purchase any of these stamps, please on your order mention that you saw me use them, because it's nice for them to see that their generosity was rewarded by donating some stamps to me. Amanda says, OMG, the circuit stencil. I don't know whether I have one here. Let me see. Oh, this is the cityscape one, which I'll go through this another day when I'm using it. But what happens is that you don't cut the ends, okay? Don't cut the ends. Cut along here, all these little stabilizing areas. And then what you can do is you'll be able to slide your paper behind the buildings and ink up the sky. Or you can slide it in front of the buildings and behind the sky and ink up the buildings. And then once you've done your building, you flip this around like this, and then you add in the light. You turn on the lights in the building. So that's cityscape. Oh yeah, here we go. Here, this is Love Circuit. I wonder if I've got a grey piece of card here. Which is going to be awesome. So fun. Love Circuit. Perfect for those techie souls out there. And I don't mean Star Trekky. Techie. Let me pop it away before I lose it. All right, so Angelica is saying, what are those tonic markers? So these are from Tonic. They're called Nouveau alcohol markers, and they are ridiculously cheap. So they are a great segue marker. So far, I haven't used a lot of them, but the ones that I've used, I've liked quite nicely. There's some colors that, like the pink, for example, the pink that's here does not match the pink that comes out. It's like really neon or something. So I'm not a big fan of that. But they're so cheap. You get three colors in a pack, like 3 of the same family in a pack. So I wanted to try them out to see what they were like, and also my Copics were drying out something serious, so I want to try them out. I can't blend with them as easily as I can my Copics. I will mention that. However, is that because I'm used to my Copics, or is that because these are way more juicy, so there's more ink that I have to work with? Or is it because it's simply a cheaper marker? But I wanted to try them, and I think that it's definitely a good product out there for people who are starting out and maybe want to try a little bit of alcohol marker blending. So Piper, my daughter, she uses my Copics all the time, but sometimes I get a little bit worried because she forgets to put the lids on and stuff. So with these, I won't have to really worry because they're so cheap to replace. So I'm happy with them so far. So far, so good. Okay, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring this down so I can kind of color match some of these a little bit. Not quite the right color. Okay, and this is similar. So I'm going to lay down a bit of a base color. Okay, so this was a Claire. Maybe I've used the wrong ink for this. This was a Claire ink pad. And it is not as steadfast, as color fast as I would have liked it. Maybe I should have just gone for my Memento. I thought for a second that I might watercolor them, but I miss my Copics too much. I'm also going to have another new type of pen to share with you guys probably next week. Oh, Gina K is Copic friendly. I should have used that one. I think, yeah, okay. I will try that later. I've got another type of pen to share with you guys next week, and it's called the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blends. Crafter's Companion let us use them at the booth, which is fantastic, and they were like, you can keep them, and I was like, yoink, I'm having these. And I'm really excited to use them. I haven't used them at all yet. Essentially a mid-tone, a light tone, and a dark tone, all in one stick, albeit a longer stick than this. But they're in that other bag full of fun, so I'll have to come back another day to do that one. All right, so I'm liking this sort of periwinkle blue color. I just want to get a base tone, so it does not have to be perfect. That's probably a little bit on the dark side. I think maybe we need to go for a purple. I don't have many. BVO2 is what I'm looking for. Let's try this. Oops. Hey, Tally girl. Hey, quick hello from me. Have you recovered from Creativation? No. I haven't really. Because the thing is, when I come home, I have loads of orders and whatnots, and I've got 2 weeks worth of emails to catch up on. But it was amazing, and it was so good to see everybody and to see new people and people that I met before. It was awesome. Everything is awesome. Tally, we need to get you over there next year. Also, big whoop whoop for Tally, because she has been doing some fantastic work with the new. What did you do with that one? With the new release, she is absolutely knocking it out of the park. It's ridiculous. She's the best. All right. So I've got a little base image, I was going to say base color there. I'm going to cut these out. Luckily, it's a nice shape, so it's going to be symbols. It's on my list for next year if I can persuade my boss to move my commitments to another time in the year. Yes, that needs to happen. Absolutely does. Because you saw all the fun that we had. And it would be even more fun with you there. So I want to know, those of you who were at Creativation, have you had a chance to get crafty since you have come home? If so, I want to know what you've been creating. Oh, I feel all red. I'm getting warm. Craig said to me, "You're not going to want that jumper on." I'm like, "No, I'm okay." Because I was tired. Jet lag. And now I'm roasting. Oops, I've lost my border. I've lost my even border. I have to do. Angelica has, but she came home early. Boo. How is your sister-in-law, Angelica? All good? Hopefully all sorted. Oh, the concentration. At home recovering, oh bless. You poor thing. you poor thing having to cut short your holiday. I mean, she's a poor thing as well. Angelica had to abandon ship. Her and hubby, whom I never even got to meet, got a phone call, and one of their family members was poorly, and that meant that another family member could no longer look after the little one. It happens. It happens. Right, we're getting there. So I'm trying to think of what kind of sentiment I want to put on here. I really want something like "You're sweet." There's no sentiments in that set. The Coffee with Character set. But might be able to find something. While you are Amanda says, I'm about 6 cards in since I've been home and working on templates. Nice. Good for you. Candy Vanderwerf is saying, while you were at Creativation, I've been making Valentine's cards. Yay! When I got home today, not today. When I got home the other day, the ladies from the PTA were like, Lesley, thank goodness you're home. Everything's falling apart. So I'm one of the secretaries for our Parent-Teacher Association, our PTA, which is called the WASPs. And normally my job is doing posters or anything graphic design related. I have in the past done minutes and letters and things. And I think the other secretary has been having lots of IT issues. So, you know how it is. Everything just becomes such a challenge whenever things don't work out the way you want them to work out. All right. Let me see what we've got here. I'm actually going to take a nice thick piece of card and mount this to it because it's really bendy at the moment. So I'm going to tape that down with some tape. And in fact, at the top of my other bag, I have some of this Suk Wang tape. I'm not sure who I stole this from. It wasn't mine. I think it might have been Jessica or Kelly's. But I've never tried this one before, so. And I actually thought it was the scrapbook.com tape when I first saw it. Apparently not. The Coffee with Character has a coordinating sentiment set named Caffeinated Sentiments. Ah, brilliant, fantastic. I believe the bundle is on sale at trendystamps.com. Amazing. This might have been yours then, Angelica, this tape. I don't think you can get it over here, sadly. Certainly, I have never seen it over here. Sad for me. Oh, no need to cut. It tears easily. I remember doing a demo many moons ago at a, I think it was like it was called something like Craft Station. I think it was Craft Station. And I was demoing a whole lot of tapes, and I was talking about this tape is terrible, da, 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 da. And this lady was like, why are you using it if it's so bad? And I was like, it's not bad, it's really good. And she was like, you just said it was terrible. And then I had to explain, no, I mean, it tears easy. It is able to be teared. Ah. So from then on in, I had to make sure that I enunciated properly, darling. Okay, so my background still has a little bit of tackiness to it, but not in a way that would be distracting or annoying. Alright. Elena says, I use the scrapbook.com tape and I love it. Cool. I actually, when I was over there, I wanted to get the, you know, the like tall one of the double-sided tape, double-sided adhesive, like the big tall one. They had one on the table in their studio, and I was like, oh, I'll just put this in my suitcase, but I'm afraid, sadly, that did not happen. Darn it. All right, that looks nice. So far, so good. I'm gonna stick some foam tape on here, raise it up. Let's see what's happening. And Donna's here. Hey Donna, sorry I'm late. I was sewing and lost track of time. How was this show? This show was amazing. It was really good. It was exhausting. The funny thing is, like, it's just as fun off the show floor as it is on the show floor. Like, you go and get some lunch, and then you bump into someone and you're like, hey, and they're like, hey, what you doing? Gonna get lunch? Do you want to get lunch together? Yeah. So like I had a few instances like that where it was just really fun, and you end up having lunch with someone that you never thought you'd have lunch with, you know. And it's just brilliant. It's awesome. All right, so I'm going to be actually adding some of the what are they called again? Dream drops right on top, I reckon. There's a little smoosh there, so I'm going to try and cover that. But I would also like a sentiment of some sort. Marcia is here as well. Hello. Elena says the 6-inch one, yeah, really handy for when you're covering scrapbooks or photo albums, yeah. Or if you're putting on the back of foam, that's probably what I would use it for the most. All right, we need to have a sentiment suggestion. Now I think I have a honeybee sweet, or what other sentiments is in here? I've got happy birthday. We could just go for thank you. Oh, my sweet friend. Let's do that. So we need a thank you and then my sweet friend. So the question is, how are we gonna do that all together? Let's figure it out, shall we? Okay, I'm going to stick these guys down because I want the last thing that I do to be adding the frosting. Otherwise, I'll put my finger in them. Lawn Fawn has one that says, "You're sweet." I don't think I have it. I'm using one from Brutus Monroe that says, "Sprinkle the love." Yay! Do you know that's what's awful is that Christopher is like my Creativation husband, and I don't think I have a single Brutus Monroe stamp. Awful. I'm going to message him and tell me he needs to send me some. He's amazing. I love him a lot. Okay, so in case you haven't noticed, I'm overhanging these over the edge a little bit. I like the way that it gives it a bit more of a whimsical feel. Gasp. I know, right? Rude. So my sweet friend is definitely going on here. And then the thank you as well. So I'm thinking my sweet friend will probably, oh, I did ink that up. It's not the right color though, is it? I think we'll just do my sweet friend on some white. We'll just use this seeing as I've got it here. And let's test out some of these ink pads. That's kicking around. Where did that ickle one go to? A little Tailored Expressions one that I have somehow already managed to lose. All right, Gina K it is. Interesting. Amanda says, "I'm working with Brutus Monroe sets today and the new liquid watercolor." Oh, wow, new liquid watercolors. I actually have some liquid watercolors in my bag of tricks down there. Not Brutus Monroe ones though. Okay, I like this so far. It's not like overly juicy. The VersaFine Clair, it gives a really deep impression first time, but it's super juicy. This is not super juicy, but I like that about it so far. Concentration face. Hey guys, I saw a moose. Isn't that like the coolest thing? So Crystal is all like, "Oh, we have to be careful on the roads. The speed limit changes at dusk because there's so many animals like deer and moose running around." And I was like, "Really?" Yeah. And I was like, "Moose? I've never seen a moose." So we're like, "Oh, we'll probably see one." I'm like, yeah. We're driving and I'm looking at this. And I have never seen a country with so many big animals. So it's like they have, I guess like you would describe them as sculptures, but they just look like a fake animal. It's so funny. And so in the distance, I'm like, oh, what's that? What's that? And then you drive up close and it's like, oh no, it's a fake animal. Like advertising a Chinese restaurant or something. Like, it's so random. And we're driving home one day. Actually, the first thing was we're driving in round to pick, I think it was pick up one of the kids or something from a childminder. And we go into this like house estate, and I was like, what is that? There's something in the back of the house, and like running through the trash, and I'm like, what is that? And it's this big massive deer like rummaging through the trash cans. I'm like, is that a deer going through the trash? I've never ever seen that before. Do you know what? I might just go for my sweet friend. I think that looks kind of cute. We'll see. I've never seen a deer go through trash before. Isn't that the funniest thing? And so I was all excited about that. And then we're driving home, and she like puts on the indicator to go in left to her house, and she was like, "Oh, there's a moose down there." I'm like, "What? There's a moose?" Like, so she's literally about to turn, and I was like, "Don't turn in! Go show me the moose!" She's like slamming on the brakes, everything sliding, all the bottles of water at the back of the the back of the car, all moving, and yeah, I was like, "Show me the moose!" So we get down, and it's a moose. It's so cool. And that one was one without antlers. It was like a lady moose, I think. Or maybe it was a young boy moose. I don't know. Anyway, it didn't have any antler things. Ooh, that does not look like it inked up. Quite nice. Take two. And then on Sunday, we went for another drive, and Travis was like, "There's some moose." And that time there was like 3 moose with big antlers and things. It was so cool. They're massive. They're like way bigger than me. And it's just really quite, I don't know, it's just like one of those whoa things. I'm gonna go for silver here because why not? I've got it. I'm gonna do my piece of paper is the question. Let's test out this bad boy. So this is the Wow Silver Ultra Fine. Ultra Fine. Still have not seen a wild raccoon. Elena says, so it wasn't Christmas. It was not Christmas. No. So this is my first time using this one, and I could see that the crystals were really fine. I could see that very easily. And the embossing, the silver embossed powder that I have that I seem to like so far, it's really big chunks, But what that means is whenever it melts, it's really raised up and it's really shiny. And it almost looks metal-y. This is slightly duller, but it's a much better finish, especially for word sentiments, as of course you would expect. So I'm just going to cut this out. I don't know whether I'm going to commit to it, adding it or not. But we shall see. When I get a bigger craft room, I'm going to create a space specifically for my scan and cut, so I don't have to fussy cut word dies or word things ever again. Lesley, do you use a special program to do multiple cameras, lower thirds with a text, etc.? I use Craig uses a program called OBS, Open Broadcasting Suite. It's a really popular generic type of thing. So the only challenge I have with it is that it's very powerful, so there's like a million settings and I'm like, I don't know what that means. So but if you have any questions about it, you can always send me a message or talk to me over Facebook Messenger. I'm going to commit to this because why not? Now, I use something that may, I have to play around with it, it scares me. Yeah, so I have two webcams. I got two webcams, but for me, we couldn't get it to work with two webcams. So I use a DSLR up here, and this one is a webcam because when I open my webcam settings, it can't distinguish between one webcam and the other. So when I change like the white balance, for example, I need different white balance for down here compared to on my face, but it doesn't figure that out. So it's because both my webcams are the same brand and probably the same model, I don't know. So I think it's just one of those things. No, I don't remember which one of these is which, do you? I did it in my piece of paper. What did I use, guys? What did I use? I know the pixie dust was the purpley one. Pixie dust is not what it is. Fairy wings? It was like Love Potion. Love Potion was the purple one. Although it's not, wait, it's not going to turn purple now, is it? Oh, I'm just going to add it on. It's not going to turn purple because it only turned purple when it had a black canvas. Nice. Okay. My stomach is growling. I think Crystal had one of these. I'm gonna go for the gold. Crystal had a bag of I can't get my words out. A bag of embellishments, ta-da, which were from Trinity Stamps, and they literally looked like plastic they looked like plastic sugar confetti sprinkles. Yeah, you know what I mean? Which would be so cool to add onto this right now. But I don't have any. I do have some like, I think just glittery ones, which may look like sugar, but I like the glazed donut look. I feel like I lost a donut. Did I lose a donut? Hey guys, tell me, what's your favorite donut? If I went to Krispy Kreme and ordered a donut for you guys, what would it be? Oh, that's frustrating. All of them, yay! I don't like chocolate. So here's the thing. It's so weird. I like chocolate, as in good old British chocolate, none of that American nonsense. Although I have to say, I did come home with quite an impressive haul of Junior Mints. Thank you, my friends. Hitting me up. Woo! And I like chocolate, and I like hot chocolate. I don't like cream though, none of that cream, please. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. And I like chocolate chip cookies, but I don't like things which are flavored with chocolate. So I don't like chocolate ice cream. I don't like chocolate mousse. I don't like chocolate yeah, like moussey kind of things. I don't really like brownies very much. I don't like chocolate cake. Weird. Glazed or whipped cream fill Long Johns. Oh, Long John. Is that a brand, Long Johns? I'm not familiar with that. Glazed or whipped cream. Nice. Maple Long John. Long John. Long John maybe it's a brand. Is it a brand? I obviously should have asked this question before I went to America so that I could be like, take me to Long John. But to go to Krispy Kreme, then original. Nice. Cream horn is my favorite treat from the local bakery. Do you like maple? Yes, I do. Oh, basically a long rectangle. Gotcha. Long John are the ones like this. I gotcha. All right. So the last thing I'd like to do is add some of these. Oh no, I put my finger in them and they're not dry. If you do that, friends, if you lick your finger so that it's kind of moist, you can kind of tap it down a little bit to do some damage control. So I think what I'll do when these are dry is I'll pull them off and then I'll just use, oh, I can't believe I just stuck that right on top of that. I'll use some glossy accents to adhere it to the card. This is why I can never be trusted. Oh, I feel like I'm actually glazing a cookie because I'm using a pin to move it around. Just try and move the frosting that I just smooshed back off the stamped line so it's not quite so dull. Now, let's put it to the side before I ruin it. Get silly sausage. Take me to Long John's, will you? Take me to a fish place. The Long John can be cream filled or not. All right, guys, what do you think of this? So my donuts are freshly glazed, hot now. And the background, I think, is really quite intense. I think it's fun though. Nice. All right, I want to do one more background with this, but I want to do lots of different colors. Let's put this to the side. So let's pick out some colors. I'm going to grab some, I think some Catherine Pooler colors at the moment. So I can create a fun background. So I need some colors that are going to work well together. I think these 5 are going to work for me. Oh no, put my fingers in it. So first of all, I have tiara up top here. And now I've got party dress. And I'm working in a diagonal fashion. Next up, I've got flirty fuchsia. Grape Crush. And then a little aquatini at the bottom here. I think I'm missing a section on my stamp. Okay, so I'm going to use exactly the same technique again. I'm going to grab some cardstock, plop it down on top, and then smoosh. So I'm going to do this. Actually, first of all, I'm going to crease it. So crease it first of all. And then I'm going to mask it with some Heffy memo tape. Like this. Pop that down there. And give it a smoosh. Give it a good massage. You asked us to remind you, and because I need to go off to bed, when you do your picnic, let's do it now. Okay. Elena says, I don't miss the donuts in the US, but I do miss the fried ice cream. So I had my first fried ice cream at Crystal's house. Well, when I was visiting her at a restaurant at her house, and it was amazing. So that was very exciting. Okay, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Gonna do a giveaway for the pin. So far, limited edition. So I do have some left, and we'll probably do some sort of a promotion on the store at some point with them. Ooh, look at that! But I don't know when. We'll figure that out. But so far, I think pretty much only people who went to Creativation will have them. So there you go. Right, so before I clean this, because I know Aunt Max asked about cleaning it, here's how you can win. I am going to write down the flavor of an ice cream, and you have to guess it. Go, 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 go! I'm gonna do it over here. If there's more than one, then we'll probably just put their name into a hat and figure that out. Figure that out the old-fashioned way. Okay, so the question from Aunt Max was, how on earth do you clean Catherine Pooler inks off? So I'm grabbing a baby white, and I think you'll probably figure this out just as much as I am right now, is that this ink is coming off my red rubber a heck of a lot easier than it's coming off my clear stamps. So every... I don't want one because I've already got one, but I want to guess mint chocolate Jessica came for you. So every clear stamp that I've used Catherine Pooler inks with, it has stained my stamp. However, we sell Ultra Clean in the shop, and it will, I'm sure, not that I've really tested it much. I wonder if I've got a stamp here. There we go. I think it will take off the ink. Can you see that this is pink at the bottom here? Let me see. Maybe not. No, that doesn't seem like it's coming off. It might come off if it was freshly applied. You know, if I'd done it, used the Ultra Clean straight after I used it. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's experiment. Let's do my bow tie. I should mention that the staining will not damage your stamps at all. You just need to, oh, I almost cleaned it with that. it's just, I don't like it. It's just annoying. Yeah, so there you go. I took it off straight away. Ultra clean. Wait until we've got the new release, Aunt Max. And then you could order that if you want to. So if I just did a normal baby wipe, it's still very pink. Mind you, this baby wipe has got ultra clean on it now. Cool. All right. I don't think any of you have guessed my ice cream. Oh man, we'll have to do something different. We'll have to pick a number. At least then we can choose the closest one. Pick another ice cream flavor, everyone. This is one of those moments where I go, maybe they don't have this in the States. I'm definitely ordering the new release next month. Robots and Corgi. Okay, so we have got a fun background here. I think I'm going to use these guys. I really want all these yummy treats you keep mentioning. Neapolitan, cherry cheesecake. I exhausted parent ice cream with some of the Rocky Road. No, keep going. Gee, you guys. What is exhausted parent ice cream? What is that? Sounds like something that most of us could get on board with. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this and we're going to colour it in. I'm going to stamp it on some cardstock that's going to be able to handle a little bit of water. That's the plan anyway. Is this enough room? Yes. Let's do it on the back anyway. Let's use the old Misty for this. Okay, so it turns out America has a lot more ice cream flavors than I anticipated. Butter pecan, I want that. Once upon a time, I made a pecan pie, or pecan pie, as they say over here. Pecan. And I made it. It took a long time to make. And I used so much sugar that I was really quite grossed out about the fact that it was so full of sugar. And then everyone was like, this is so delicious. And I'm like, yeah, because it's literally sugar and butter and some nuts. But it was delicious. Haggis flavored. Oh, by the way, happy Burns Night, everybody. I did actually buy haggis today at the shop. Yesterday at the shop, but I didn't realize that it was a Burns night until when I was making my dinner. I said to Craig, Burns night must be soon, and we asked Alexa and she told us that it was today. So happy Burns night. Okay, so this is a funny ink. This is the Claire. Like when I tap it, it doesn't work, but when I like scrub it, it does come off. This will make it come off. This is great stuff, this Ultra Clean. If you like your stems to be pristine. Waitrose does a good vegetarian haggis. There you go. Haggis is delicious. All right, let's paint these little guys. Okay, I'm gonna heat set it. Don't forget to heat set it. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Christian makes a scrummy pumpkin pie. I never got around to making pumpkin pie. I was going to say this year, last year. Craig was not impressed. He loves his pumpkin pie. I was like, I never got any pumpkin pie. Oh, here we go. This will have to do. Okay, so we're gonna just make this up as we go along. Standard. Raspberry, tutti frutti. No. The more I think about it, the more I think that it must be a UK thing. Because over here it's fairly popular. Okay, let's do something different. My ice cream was honeycomb. Do you guys have honeycomb ice cream? Tell us what it is. Honeycomb. No? Are you going to be like, what the heck is honeycomb? I always think it's so funny when things like this happen. I don't know what that is. Oh no, you don't know what honeycomb is? Oh my gosh. The things you learn on a live stream. Gee, okay. Elena, how do you describe honeycomb? Do you guys know what a crunchy is? I don't think you do. Aunt Max says, did you see Catherine Puller's matching embossing powder for? I did not. That sounds fun. That sounds really fun. So at Creativation, like I had so much fun, but I did not get a chance to walk around. That's the only bad thing, is that as soon as I walk away from the booth, I get a message to say somebody's here and they really want to see you, which is really exciting. But also I'm like, I need to pee. I just want to pee. Let me pee. Yeah. I think what I'd really like to do, I doubt it's going to be ever feasible, but to bring Craig with us. Because then he could man the booth, answer all of the questions that need to be answered, and just as much as I can. And then I can walk around and actually talk. I wanted to talk to Notions. There's a lot of people who were like, are you in Notions? I'm like, no. I wanted to talk to Notions to see if they'd be interested in carrying Heffy Doodle products. Never a chance. Sad. We have honey ice cream here as its speciality. Honeycomb is yummy, but I've only had it on the farm. Okay, so honeycomb is basically, I don't know for sure, but I think it's like sugar that's boiled. So it basically is like a foam. Basically, you make it like it's like a, there we go. You make caramel and you add bicarbonate of soda. So it turns into like a foamy structure. And then it solidifies the caramel in a honeycomb-like structure. There we go. She's got the know-how. So I've just noticed your video title says live stream. It is a live stream, isn't it? Wait, I'm live, right? Why is that funny? I don't get it. I'm jet lagged. Help me out here. Yeah. All right. I'm adding some pink to these ones because I think that's a thing. That's a thing, right? Oh, live steam. Live steam. That was Craig. I'm throwing him under the bus. I'm like, every Friday he's like, have you set up your stream? I'm like, nah. And he was like, suppose I'm going to have to do it then. Yes, please. Poor Craigie. I don't have any succulents. I bought some like 3 years ago, whenever it was the thing, you know, whenever it all started, all that fun. And I killed them. I don't know how. How is it even possible? I don't even know. So sad. Okay, we need to do another giveaway. Pick a number between 1 and 50. Go. And I will write one down before I look at the screen. A number between 1 and 50. Please do one number first of all. And then we'll see if there's a winner, and then we can do another number if we don't have a winner. The closest number will win the Heffy Doodle badge. And in order to claim it, I'm going to need you to email me, and I'll give you the details on how to do that in just a bit. I am really glad that I got this stamp, because here's why. I don't actually buy very many floral images. I tend to focus more on cutesy, but this is really therapeutic actually. All right, I'm going to give you guys another few minutes before I look up and see if there's any winners. adding a little blue to the bottom of these guys, just to give them some variation and some color. Plus, I think that a lot of succulents actually do have some of that blue color. Okay, let's look up. Ooh, okay. Da, 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 da. And we have the winner is the closest one, and we have someone who has won. Oh, the number is 4, which means that our winner today is Vanessa Bridge. Vanessa Bridge. Okay, Vanessa, congratulations. You have won a Heffy Doodle pin. Please, can you go to heffydoodle.com, and there is a tab at the top that says something like contact us, something like that. If you can fill out that form, basically it's just like put your email address here and write a message here. If you just write, I won the pin on your live stream, here's my address, then I can get that in the mail to you on Monday. Congratulations! Yay! So I decided to go for some yellow crystals here. Some orange tones. Yay! Wow, I never win anything, she says. Well, tonight you did. I think this is supposed to be one of those weird flower things that happens on a cactus. We're gonna go with that. And I don't know what these are. Let's go for pink berries. I'm sure it's probably supposed to be green or something. Beautiful. Nice. I'm happy with that. Yay. Jess says, gotta run, cook dinner. Bon appetit. It was wonderful to meet you. It was really wonderful to meet you too, darling. Let's be friends forever. Oh no, this is stained. Catherine put her in her awesome inks, but that stain everything. Rude. Okay, I'm going to leave that to dry. Pre-warning, guys, I think this is going to be the last stamp for tonight because my jet lag is really doing a number on me. I'm actually going to slice this up. What set is that? Hey, Vivi. All right. So this is a Trinity stamp set. And I still haven't found out the name of it, I'm afraid. So I'm going to raise up a panel in here. So let me grab my rectangles if I can. Oh no, I've only got my metric. My other ones are in my suitcase still. I'm sure I've got some lawn fawn rectangles here somewhere that'll have to do the trick. I can't imagine the stack of mail you come home. Well, you know, I don't really know because I think Craig and Piper moved most of it. So I do know that I got a piece of mail that said that I have to renew my driver's license. And he did give me that, bless him. I don't know where the rest of the mail is. I'm sure I'll come across it. I should also mention that my house is covered, like there's so much laundry to do. And there's like Heffy doodle product everywhere. Like everywhere you look, there's a box or a grid wall or in this week, a dog, you know? It's just crazy. Crazy. Do, 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 do. Oh, I love the rainbow sprinkles. Reminds me of fairy bread. What is fairy bread? That's what we all want to know. What is that? Pray do tell. This might be cute. What's fairy bread? Do they make bread and put sprinkles all over it? Is that a thing? I need to get some photos of that on the go. I did have a revelation today because being in Phoenix, lots of tacos happen. We were driving home from somewhere, and Tim just went, "So Lesley, what's your favorite thing about America?" And I just went, "Tacos," like straight away. And he cracked up. I was like, "Sorry, was that a serious question?" But seriously, I think it's tacos. Like, you just don't get tacos here. Or if you go to like London, you'll find like a Chipotle. But sad times. All the Chipotles, like I went to Chipotle, like, "Chipotle, give my belly." And I said to them, "Please point me in the direction of a thing that does not have coriander." Cilantro, for those of you who do not speak the English way, do not speak herb in English. We call it herb. And they were like, "They all have cilantro." Are you kidding me? I rage quit that. Absolutely did. Oh. Rude. That's all I have to say. Seriously, it's so sad. Are the sprinkles a stamp set? I want. Yes, the sprinkles is a stamp set. It's a red rubber stamp. Sorry, that was my face when I read that Casper the carrot loves coriander. This is a red rubber stamp by Tailored Expressions. I picked it up on my journey afar. I'm going to keep this tape actually. Use my slightly wider one to do the trick. Which is also terrible. You're terrible, Muriel. Yeah. Oh, here, I was telling you about cornbread. I just remembered. I get sidetracked all the time. So I had a lot of tacos, but also delicious cornbread. And I was at the shop yesterday, and I was in the bakery department, and I saw the thing that said cornbread, and I was like, yes! So I grabbed it and left. Well, obviously I paid for it. Silly. I came home and I have got some soup, and I thought I'll have soup with cornbread. And so the story goes that I was very excited, and then I went to eat my cornbread and was like slightly disappointed because the cornbread in England is bread. The cornbread in America is cake, essentially. That's kind of what the dealio is, in my opinion. Casper the carrot. Oh my gosh, you are jelly. I am. Oh dear. I didn't even realize I said that, did I? Do you not like coriander, or are you allergic? I am. So I would say I'm allergic. My husband would say that I have an intolerance. Either way, I end up with a stinking migraine that knocks me to my bed, essentially. So in my opinion, that may well be an intolerance. I'm not allergic in the fact that I'm not going to die, but I might kill someone else if they put it in. And I have a real problem because a real first world problem because no matter how many, like if I go to an Indian restaurant, there's this Indian restaurant in Guildford near our friends Mark and Helen, and it is a freaking amazing. It is amazing, and I love it a lot. But the last 2 or 3 times when they come in, when we go in and they take our order, I'm like, hi, please can I have this, but nothing with coriander, please. Please do not put coriander in anything. Did you write that down? I know. So the first time I was like, oh, no coriander. And of course they coriandered me. And then the next time it was, please can you make sure that there's no coriander? Please, like it's really important. Please, thank you. And then the third time, of course, the second time they give me the coriander. And the third time I was like, dude, seriously, do not put coriander in this. Like, this is serious. I'm almost tempted to tell them that I will die. Which is awful, I know. I wouldn't do that. But it's bad. It's like they're like, oh, and the thing that gets me, they're probably busy, I understand. I have never worked in a serving food place. So I'm sure I have zero clue the kind of pressure that they're under. But it's like, I asked for no coriander, and it comes out, and quite blatantly sprinkled all over the top. Someone has gone, foom, foom, and sprinkled with coriander, and as soon as it comes out, I'm like, is that coriander? Ah, dude. It's bad. Hey guys, guess what's happening to me next week? I'm so excited. I get to go to the theater. Yay! Huzzah! My waiting is finally coming to an end. So, on Monday night, I get to go and see Hamilton. Whoop whoop. I just can't wait for it. Wait for it. Also, funny story, I listen to Hamilton all the time and have done for a very, very long time on Alexa. I've come home and Piper pretty much knows all the lyrics to most of the songs of Hamilton, and I'm like, proud mama moment. Love it. She keeps asking me, Mummy, when Angelica Schuyler says, I'm looking for a mind at work, does that mean she wants someone smart? She's so good. Do you let them know and they remake it without coriander? Yeah, yes. So the first time they did it, and then, oh, it's expensive here too, darling. That's why I'm going on my own. Yes, the first time they remade it, and then the second time they, they were super busy, and we'd been waiting for so long that like it just would have taken far too long, and they were like, oh, there's no coriander in this one thing. And I was like, well, I guess that's what I'm gonna have. And there was appetizers, there was all sorts of things, and I was so looking forward to it. As you can tell, this is something that is really close to my heart. Angelica says, wow, that's an expensive show here in the States. So it was £200, which is like $240, I'm gonna guess. Something to that effect. And yeah, it is expensive. So I said to Craig, so it was for my birthday actually, back in August. I said to Craig, I don't know what I want for birthday. I don't know what I want for birthday. Oh, I do know what I want for birthday. I want to go see Hamilton. And I had been listening on repeat for forever. And then he was like, okay, we'll go see Hamilton. And we looked up. So we could have gotten a standard seat for about 100 and something each. And then I sort of joked, oh, here's one on the second row. I could just leave you at home and have that one. And he was like, seriously? I don't mind. Because a trip to London, like to go to London, you're probably talking about train fare, probably at least £50, which is like, what, $60, $70. And then to, you know, if you're going to go and eat. So, okay, you eat there. That's probably another £20, so maybe $30 at least. So that's just, yeah, it would, it all adds up. So Craig said to me, like, why don't you just do that? Why don't you just go on your own and get the expensive one? I was like, okay, I don't care. I love going to the cinema on my own and things like that. It doesn't bother me. We're looking for a mind at work. So I'm thinking I might actually raise up the craft one. Because I had in my mind I wanted to add a little bit of twine, but then I forgot because I was talking about Hamilton. It happens. Hopefully I can get these somewhat in the right position. Not that it really matters. You deserved it. Great birthday present. Thank you. Well, the funny thing is that I booked it in August, and then I put it on my diary, put it like everywhere because I was so excited about it. And then I booked my scrapbook.com videos, and I booked my flights to go over to the States, and I like organized everything with Crystal. And then it was about a month after I booked all my flights and things to America that somebody said, when are you going to go see Hamilton? And I said the 7th or 8th of January. No, that's not right, because that's when I fly to America. And then I went, Oh, so my ticket was for the 8th of January, but I stupidly forgot and booked my flights to America at the time where I should have been at Hamilton. But luckily, the people, they're really fussy. Okay, let me start again. The Hamilton tickets, apparently there's like a massive issue with people buying tickets and then selling them on. Does that make sense? So they're really, really, for want of a better word, anal about making sure that the people who buy the tickets are the people that go to the event. So because of that you have to bring ID, you have to bring the credit card that you booked the ticket, blah, 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 blah. So I was a bit worried that it might be really complicated to change the date. And they were like, oh, no problem at all. So they said to me, just essentially they'll refund the money and just go ahead and book another date. And I thought that, oh great, I've booked these 6 months in advance. I'm going to have to wait another 6 months to get one, because it was second row. So if this was the stage like here, it was, and then this is the, oh no, it was a bit longer than that probably. Visualization. Da, 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 da. So it was like to here. This was the, the seats right here. My seat was like second row about here. And then I looked through, I kept looking through, and I noticed that there was a seat at the a showing at the end of January, and it was second row again, but it was literally like one seat left, right smack in the middle. And I was like, that's my seat, baby. Boo, yeah. Awesome. That's what I'm going to do. So I did. I booked it. And it was all good. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. All right. So I've raised this up with the little foam. And I decided against the twine in the end. Oh, I nearly dropped that. I can't quite tell what way this is supposed to go. Does it really matter? Oh, I think this is it. Oh, isn't it pretty? Let's put some of this behind it. I'm looking for a minor work. Bree says, can you do a craft room tour this year, please, Lesley? Yes, I said I was going to last year, but the problem was I messed it up before I did it. So my challenge is the fact that, this will be no surprise, I have Heffy Doodle products everywhere. So if I turn this around, come on, get off me. So like over here, can you see that metal thing? That's grid wall with my release on it. And then down, oh, you can't see it. I'm going to ruin everything. Oh no. Down here I've got 3 boxes. Down there I've got 2 boxes. Down there I've got a purple thing. So it's not, yeah, it's not as nice and clear as I would like it to be. I'm going to keep this for my scraps. Oh, I've got a cough. I just saw this in my scraps as I went over there, but I don't think it's the right colour really. I could go for pink. I'm not sure. Let's just go for a hay, considering it's the only one that I can reach just now. Blue, pink or yellow maybe. I think I'm just going to go for black, nice and bold. Pippity pop pop, pop it out. Our plan was that we would turn this room into like a storeroom, a Heffy doodle storeroom, and then build like a summer house out the back garden, which would be my new craft room. But that hasn't happened. I don't think it's going to happen now. I am not sure what is going to happen. Let's add a little bit of foam on the back of this. I know one thing for certain, this house needs a good clear out. There's still a Christmas tablecloth on one of our tables in the dining room. That's what happens when you leave early January. Shocking. All right. Hey. Pretty, huh? I like it. I think it's really fun, especially with that background. Where's my other one, baby? These are a lot more solid now. If I were a card, here we go. These are relatively dry as well. So I think what I'll do to finish this off, oh, they're not hard enough yet. We'll just add maybe a couple of these little things to this. But I shall have to wait until they're fully dry. I wonder if they do fully dry, like, maybe they don't. Who knows? All right. What do you think, you guys? Fun? Which one do you like best? So what's on the donuts? It is this Nouveau Dream Drops at the moment. Nouveau Dream Drops. And then I use some Trinity stamps and some tailored expressions as well. Fun! Yay! The succulent one. Yeah, this is the succulent one. Fun! I'll have to replay much. So not only did I use it on the donuts, but also to create the background. I'll have to take a little look at that. And also to create the dots, which I just brought in. Aunt Max says, the donuts have my attention. It's because you're a hungry Heffy like me. You're channeling your inner hungry Heffy. Hey card best, but loving the effect of the Nouveau Dream Drops, is Peniel. Cool, cool, cool. Love both, but the succulent a tad bit more. I like it. And Jeanne says, the hay card. Yay! Yeah, I like the fact that this one is a lot brighter, but this one, to me, is a lot more interesting, a lot more new and different, I think, especially with the sheen. It's so cool. All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming and crafting with me. I still have a big bag full of goodies to go through, so on the next live I will probably continue going through that. I will the donuts are like UFOs in the galaxy, says Riri. Yes, they are. I will also need to be doing some sort of playing with the new Heffy Doodle release, just to give you a recap on that. We have got a release coming. Well, it's been revealed. Yay! It was revealed last weekend at Creativation. And we have got the 1st of February is when our pre-orders go live. If you place a pre-order, you'll get a free Rescue Dog stamp. And then if it's over a certain amount, you'll get a free Rescue Dogs die. And then the actual items will be available through our retailers on the 11th of February, and that's the ship date. So there we go. Yay, great to have you back, says Penny. Oh, thank you so much. It's good to be back. Thanks for joining me, you guys, and coming and crafting with me. I love having you here. I missed you. I'm off to bed now. I've stayed awake. Yay, beating the jet lag. All right. Chat to you later, alligators. Have a good weekend. Bye.